Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new episode of the podcast itself. This time in English and also the portable version. What I mean with portable version is that usually every podcast is more than half an hour or 40 minutes. Today, I am here to give you everything that I want to talk about in 10 to 15 minutes. The basic point with this portable version and with the podcast is that I want to bring you a behind the scenes view of the videos that I make. In this case, today we're going to be speaking about, as you already seen in the title of the video, quitting content. I have done already 2 to 3 videos about this topic. However, I feel like it is necessary that I talk even more about it. For the people who don't know, my name is Bruno Carvalho. I have had this channel for many years now, and I always like to speak about motivation, fitness, dating, etc. And one of my recent challenges, starting last year, has been to quit content. I have been a social media manager, so I was always using Instagram, Facebook, and many other platforms or social media, and I was always addicted to YouTube. YouTube has always been the one thing that I'm like, okay, if I have YouTube, I will be happy in life. There were times where even if something a little bit more dark or less exciting was happening in my life, I was like, okay, at least I can still watch YouTube. And I actively would think like this. The main point with this podcast is, and I have many other episodes, I want to give you the behind the scenes look and the realistic look, the realistic feel of everything that I have done, because in these podcasts, we have already spoken about other professional experiences that I have had, experiences of my life, and this is one of them. And this is a major key in my life was quitting content. So, the behind the scenes stuff that I want to once again talk about is that content really fills our life. And it doesn't necessarily fill our life with just emptiness. Because if we think about it, we are basically giving our brain something to be stimulated. So, we're not empty. We're actually passing the time by doing something that we think we enjoy watching. But that's the thing is we think we enjoy watching because so much content is available to us, so much and so many options, we begin to not question what we are watching. We begin not to question if we are watching something because we really want to watch it or we are just watching because we are bored. Again, this is nothing new. I have spoken in many videos about this, but once again, I will tell you it is a major key of my life that I have quit content. And now I have quit YouTube. Which, yes, I am posting a video on YouTube, The Paradox of Life. But the main point is this, we have to be selective. The same way that you are selective about the people that you hang out with, or at least you should, the same way you are selective about the things that you do when you spend your free time after work, or you should be, it's this addiction of having content available to us. It's the same thing as pornography. This is an addiction. It's very hard to fight because it's everywhere. Everyone uses it because it's the easiest thing to do. You just pick up your phone, connect to the internet, and you have Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, shorts, reels, videos, whatever, you name it. And you can actually create them too, which in a way it is different. You are switching from the consumer mindset to the creator mindset, but it also depends on the type of content that you create. That's another story for another day, but the basic point with this portable version of this audio is you can do it. Okay? I have consumed so many books, so many audiobooks, so much content throughout the years that some of that content has stuck with me. And some of that content has also been just to fill me up. But the main point is this, you are only going to find out who you really are when you are in silence and when you know what you're doing, when you are doing things with purpose. And that comes with time. Okay, I have also done a video about this in terms of my anxiety battle, that I had a huge anxiety spike last year because of the work that I was doing at the time, of course, but because of also my routine. Routine, the small things that you do every day contribute to a bigger thing, something that you're going to feel. Either that being a purpose, either that being just how you feel in general in life, either that just being how you live your life, okay? Your routine is what sets you up for success or failure. And I'm not here to talk about this like a CEO and like oh, I'm going to sell you a course and this and that. This is the basic point of nowadays. In our generation, in our digital generation, we are prone to watch more content than before. And that is a form of addiction. That is a form of just basically forgetting about where we are. And eventually, you start comparing yourself and you start to feel numb and you start not to go out as much. And that is all going to lead you down a very, very hard spiral. Again, you can do it. You can get out of this. You can do it. I believe in you. Either if you have good intentions or bad intentions when you are living, if you manipulate or don't manipulate people, because we all do, that's how life is. Wake up. The basic point is that I believe in everyone. Okay, we can all do it. If you want to change something, not specifically just the content stuff, but if you want to change something, the first step is the hardest. All you have to do is just carry on and then have an action plan and follow it consistently. Consistency is the key. That's why I was talking about routine before. Okay, routine, the small steps that you take every day will take you further, and they are going to take you further and far away. Quitting content has been one of the best experiences of my life because personally, I didn't feel like that much of a struggle. I also have to admit that I was watching a lot of content on my phone, and then I switched from my phone to my tablet because my parents they gifted me a tablet for Christmas. So every time that I was going to watch something, I was not picking up my phone as much, which was the first step because the phone is always with us and we depend on it. And that's fine. We have everything there. Everything. If you want to make a payment, if you want to call someone, if you want to watch something funny, or if you simply want to know that you're safe, it's there. So I'm not telling you that you should buy a tablet, but I'm also telling you that the first step is for you to break off from your phone. And after that, then you just put limits and boundaries. YouTube, you have certain extensions for Google Chrome or Firefox that it doesn't let you see your recommendations. It doesn't let you see comments from other people. It just lets you see the video and that's it. And then the main step after all this, you just unfollow everything. And I'm not telling you that, oh, but then I'm going to miss what my friends are doing. Yes, you are. But if they are really your friends, they're going to contact you and they're going to call you. You know what I mean? You're going to have a real contact with them. Friends are, yes, they can be online for sure, but isn't it a bit fake? Doesn't it leave you wanting more? Like you want a little bit more contact, real feeling. For me, it does. And it has always been like this. And yet, I still have many friends online, people that I have only met once or twice. And I speak to them through WhatsApp almost weekly. And yet, I am only speaking with them online. The basic point with quitting content is not quitting, but it's a readjustment. Okay? This is the one takeaway from this podcast. When you are going to do a change, when you are going to change a behavior, it's going to be a readjustment. Don't think that you are just going to erase it and do something else completely. You are not. You're going to go back to it. It's the same thing as quitting an addiction, smoking, alcohol, you name it. You are always going to go back to it. But the fact is, you have to be consistent with small steps. It's easier said than done. Of course, I am here because I have done it, okay? And people are going to watch this and they're going to listen to this and they're going to be like, oh, but this guy has done it. Yes, I have done it, but I have worked for it. And the work, it's not only, oh, I'm going to work and I'm going to be busy. No, because there are times where you just want to watch content. There are times where you are just addicted to it and you don't even understand. The action plan is for you to say, it's a readjustment. I really want to change this. I feel like it could make a better change in my life. And if you want something, you will get it. You are transforming the energy towards something that you want to change, towards a goal that you have. So, now just to break the podcast, I am going to be presenting the sponsor of today. Our sponsor is very simple. Our sponsor is the content of Andrew Huberman, and I'm going to be promoting his new book. His new book called Protocols, and I'm going to leave the link in the description, is coming out next year, 2025, around April, if I am not mistaken. It is in pre order. You can pre order it, as an example, by Amazon. It's a great book. It's going to have everything from his podcasts, every major protocol that you need to change your life, to be a better man, a better woman, to be a better human being. In this case, with scientific stuff behind it, supporting it. And also, his content is just a God's gift, honestly. Not to put religion into this, but it's just an expression. He really gives you so much content and for nothing, for free. So, Andrew Huberman, this is the sponsor of today's podcast. So, now going back to our topic. Quitting content, I feel like, was one of the major steps that was missing in my life because I've always felt like I wasn't in control. I always felt like I needed more freedom and at the same time more control. And the only real thing that we can control is how we spend our free time and what we do in our free time, how we feel our life. Okay. The thing that I said in the beginning, we are going to feel this void, this emptiness. It's not easy because if you work a job full time, part time, if you have other tasks, if you have other obligations, sometimes you just want to rest and you either want to, you you know just want to rest, you want to relax, and you either use, because we tend to use certain addictions to relax, to shut our brain. And I'm not saying that that's bad, but again, the consistency of understanding why we are doing stuff and at least acknowledging stuff is the main point. Quitting content has really changed my life. I hope you can do it. I wish you all the best, and I know that you can do it. It may not make sense for you right now at this step of your life, at this, it's really step, because I feel like life is through steps and phases. But in the future, trust me, it's going to make sense. And when that time comes, then you can change. Okay. I'm not trying to convert you and saying that you are living below or above the other people. I'm just simply telling you a fact, which is content, it's going to get progressively more hardcore, because when your brain gets used to watching something, you need more stimulation for the same to hit and to give you the same feeling. Be careful. That's the only thing that I want you to take away from this podcast. And that quitting content and quitting an addiction is a readjustment. We are simply readjusting our lives. Don't try to do a 180 degrees change, like a change from one side to the other, day to night or night to day. You get me. That will not get you far. You need to do things with a plan and understand all the variables, and it takes time. Accept that you're going to fail. If you accept that you're going to fail, but then you still have the willpower to come back again, you're going to succeed. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you in the next one, and I hope you enjoy this podcast itself. Portable sessions. This one was about quitting content. You can do it. I did it, and I will continue to do it. And even if I fail and I start using it again, this will always be a major point in my life. Thank you. See you in the next one.